Friends, everybody wants to be successful, but for success, one thing is very necessary, that is attitude. Attitude is everything. There is a great book written by Mr. J.F. Keller which shows us the path how to change the attitude and achieve the success. This book begins with the great quote: change your attitude, change your life. If you really want to be successful, then this is the must read book for you. That book can be your morning friend or before bed friend. So here is the one underline for success. That is, success begins in the mind. Success is a state of mind. If you want success, start thinking of yourself as success. So here we will discuss how we can change our attitude. We'll go by step by step. So let's start. Your attitude is your window to the world. Better keep yourself clean and bright. You are the window through which you must see the world. Here we will understand the attitude, positive and negative attitude, how we can change the attitude through a small story. It was just after 1 p.m. and Sarah was getting hungry. She had put in a few productive hours of work at her desk and decided to get bite to eat at a nearby coffee shop. A few minutes later, Sam walked into the coffee shop. He too was on his lunch break. Sam sat down at the table at few feet away from Sarah. The same waitress served Sarah and Sam that afternoon. Each customer waited about the same amount of time before the waitress took the order. Each of them received their meal at the same time. Each of them was served well prepared wholesome foods, and each waited for the same amount of time for waitress to deliver the check. But that's where the similarities ended. Sarah had walked into the coffee shop with smile, a spring in her step, and very positive outlook of the world. It was plain for everyone to see. Her body language and her postures reflected her optimism. Sarah had a delightful lunch, exchanged some pleasant conversation with the waitress, and went back to the work with re-energized energy. Sam, on other hand, had entered the coffee shop with a scowl on his face. He looked like he had been sucking on sour pickles in the morning. He was hunched over and tense. His body language cried out, "Stay away from me." So here we can understand one difference. Attitude is a secret power working 24 hours a day for good or bad. So how can we define the attitude? Think of your attitude as a mental filter through which you experience the world. Some people see the world through the filters of optimism, that's glass being half full, while others see life through the filter of pessimism, that glass being half empty. Let me give you some examples to explain the difference between the positive attitude and negative attitude. The person with the negative attitude think I can't. The person with the positive attitude thinks I can. The person with the negative attitude dwells on the problems. The person with the positive attitudes concentrate on solutions. The person with the negative attitudes finds fault with the others. The person with the positive attitudes looks for the good in the others. The person with the negative attitude focuses on what is missing. The person with the positive attitudes counts in his or her blessings. The person with the negative attitude sees limitations. The person with the positive attitude sees possibilities. So this list is very long and examples are exhaustive. Now step number 2, to understand the attitude. It is everyone starts with a clean mental window. Let's take few moments to discuss why I say that your attitude is your window to the world. We all start out in life with a good attitude, or should I say a clean mental window. Just watch young children. They are always laughing and giggling. They have a sunny disposition. They love to explore the new things. Consider the attitude of a child who is learning to walk. When he stumbles and falls down, what does he do? I will tell you what he doesn't do. He doesn't frown and blame the carpet. He doesn't point fingers at his mother or father for giving him lousy instructions. He doesn't quit. Oh no, he smiles, get up again, and makes another attempt and another attempt. He keeps going for weeks and weeks with the positive attitude until he gets it right. His window is squeaky clean. He feels like he can conquer the world. But as you know, there comes a point where life starts throwing some dirt at our windows, and here is what happens. Our windows get speltered by criticism from the parents and teachers. Our windows get submerged by ridiculous fear from peers. Our windows get smeared by rejections. Our windows get soiled by disappointments. Our windows get clouded by doubts. The problem is the dirt keeps building up, and all too many people do something about it. They continue to go through the life with a filthy window. They lose their enthusiasm, they get frustrated and depressed. The most tragically, they give up on their dreams, all because they failed to clean their attitude window. That is the road I traveling down. I had dirty window when I was not able to achieve the success. So what is in our hand? Change of attitude is in our hand. So was your window of attitude? This is the great thing that human being can do. Being a thinking person, being a cognitive person, human being change their thought and change their attitude. It is the great thing that we can control our attitude. It is our job to keep our window clean. Sure, I can give you a little encouragement and other peoples can encourage you too, but in the end nobody can do it for you. You see, you always have a choice. You can leave the filth on your windows, look at the life through the smeared glass, but there are consequences to that approach. They are not very pretty. You will go through the life negatively and frustrated. You will be unhappy. You will achieve only the fractions of what you are capable for. There is a better way. When you choose to take out your squee and clean windows, life will brighter and sunnier. You will be healthier, happier. You will set some ambitious goals and begin to achieve them. Your dreams will come alive again. Are you still doubting at yourself? Still doubting whether you really have a power to change your attitude? Perhaps you are thinking that is easy for someone, but no, for me, your attitude wouldn't be so good if you had any problem. Granted, some really devastating things may have happened to you. You may have endured much sufferings. Perhaps you are going through some tough time right now. But even under the worst circumstances, I still contend that you have the power to choose your attitude. I am not saying it is easy, but the fact remains the choice is yours. Let me tell you about a man who is well qualified to speak on the subjects of attitude. His name is Viktor Frankl, and he went through the hell on earth. He managed not only to survive but to inspire millions of the people. You see, Viktor Frankl endured years of horror in the prisoners of the Nazi death camps. To make matter worse, his father, mother, brother, and his wife died in the camps or were killed in the gas chambers. Every day, Frankel and other prisoners suffered from hunger, cold, brutality. Can a person control his or her attitude in a situation like that? Here is what Frankel had to say about the importance of attitude in the best-selling books Man's Search for Meaning. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedom, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way, even though conditions such as lack of sleep, insufficient food, and various mental stress may suggest that inmates were bound to react to the certain way. In the final analysis, it becomes clear that sort of the person's prisoners became was the result of an inner decisions, not the result of the camp influences alone. So, if Dr. Frankel and other prisoners had the ability to choose their attitude in the face of such unspeakable sufferings, who are we to claim that we cannot take control of our attitude? As Hawkins has said, a happy person is not a person in a certain set of circumstances, but rather a person with a certain set of attitude. My dear friends, there is a direct relation between attitude and success. Okay, let me clean off your window and develop a positive attitude. You are smiling, you sit home and thinking positive thoughts. Will that alone lead you outrageous success and realization of your fondest dream? No, it won't, because there is more to success than just having a great attitude. To maximize your potential and achieve your goals, you need to apply certain time honored principles of success that have helped millions of people to achieve extraordinary results.